Hey Earthlings, ZombiesCat here, your guides from ZC66 to movie magic. Get ready for an out-of-this-world cinematic journey. Everyone thinks that Mean Girls is about girls' battles and ignores the male character's meanness. Today, we're diving into the incredible universe of Mean Boys. Let's blast off into the real adventure. Let's start with the male roles in the family. Fathers. When Katie first goes from homeschool to high school, Katie's father was in a very different state than her mother. Mother frowned with worry and almost cried, but her father thinks school is about making friends. If you have a question, ask the big kids. Under his advice, Katie's first encounter with main school was a social priority, so she tried her best to fit in, not daring to turn down requests for friends. In her father's eyes, high school is just a period of youth when hormones explode and it's all about enjoying yourself and making friends. When Katie's parents realized she had changed her dress and paid more attention to her appearance, even gave up going to see her favorite band with her parents just to hang out with her friends. In contrast to her mother's shock, her father is completely supportive. Her father obviously couldn't understand how girls at that age came to the gender divide for the first time. They need someone to guide them. But in the male world, girls this age are popular when they go along with the crowd. So he agreed to let Katie spend the night alone, which led to the party. When an argument broke out between Katie and her mother, he blamed it on the difference between main-schooled and homeschooled, because he'd never experienced socialization, which is hundreds of times more difficult than hunting on the African savannah. He couldn't understand Katie's mother grounding her for the girl's mean actions, so he let her go out. Some people might think that's a cool dad. But Katie's mother, who's been through the battle, realizes how horrible it is. If Katie is left unchecked, Katie would be lost in an empty battle for charisma. So on the first day she sent Katie to school, her eyes were full of worry and she kept reminding her to take care. When Katie became queen and won the applause of all, the joy of the mother and the father is different. Father is proud more than anything else. Mother is more relieved. She realized that Katie had become her own queen. The other father in the movie, Regina's father. They're at odds as a couple, but they love their daughters very much. He has mixed feelings about his beautiful, sexy daughters going to the Halloween party. He's having mixed feelings that he can't talk, because society is teaching girls that it's time to start keeping their beauty and attracting boys. But you don't deserve them, because the first time is very important. Such social education is closely related to the role of men in schools too. Coach Carr, for example. He is the student's health teacher. He says don't have sex because girls get pregnant and die. That's the health class in high school. Don't do it. Everyone brings some condoms. But soon he got caught making out with a female student named Trang Pak in the projection room. What's even more outrageous is that he had an affair with Trang Pak's best friend. No one told the girls that competing for a mature man's affection and demonstrating attractive femininity is a very misguided concept. And no one cares that what Carr did was fucked up. Everyone just accuses the girls of being sluts when it's discovered. And Coach Carr didn't get punished at the end of the movie. He took advantage of the chaos and ran away. How a true ending, and he ended up there precisely because of the presence of such male chauvinism as Mr. Duval, the principal. He'd express his fondness for Ms. Norbury in front of the all students in no uncertain terms. The funny thing is, it's not embarrassing. This is in stark contrast to girls who approach their favorite boys with caution and effort. It's through these actions and ideas that society tells girls that you can't express your feelings directly or you're a bitch. Similarly, upon receiving the pink book, Mr. Duval's first action was to cover it up, because girls aren't allowed to express not only their feeling but also their anger. When the cover-up method failed, he resorted to repression to keep everyone quiet. He tried to fix it, but he gave up when he heard the first female student's word.
That I'm lying about being a virgin, cause I use super jumbo tampons, but I can't help it if I've got a heavy flow and a wide set vagina.
Yeah, I can't do this.
After all, he thought it was a problem about lady to lady, and he never wanted to understand the ladies, even though their problems stemmed from their self-esteem. So he asked Ms. Norbury to help. Norbury's games made the girls realize that they didn't have to be perfect all the time. They could express their feelings. Unfortunately, under the influence of older men, all high school boys are very mean. Like them, Jason, Gretchen's boyfriend. He doesn't need to hide his meanness, because he admits it. That's why he can make dirty jokes about girls in public. And he's got the boys on his side. He can cheat on his girlfriend in front of her, letting Gretchen express her love in more extreme ways. He won't get any punishment, because society has taught him that a gentleman needs to have a sense of humor and won't turn down any girl who makes a pass at him. Kevin Napor, captain of the Mathletes, because he's not welcome in boring clubs. But he could have just said the team needed girls because of the prize money. If you're a girl talking to a guy about money, you'd be called a gold digger. Unfulfilled desires in life. He can give vent to his wants with his cool raps at winter talent shows and get a standing ovation. When he's facing the competition, he can attack with the most mean and dirty words. Even when he picks girls for the final round to win, they both let the girls take responsibility for the game. When they win, they can enjoy the honor together. If they lost, they had someone to blame. No one would think his behavior is wrong. Because he's a boy, mean behavior is seen as the right way to express himself. All he had to do was to be the captain of the math leaders. Aaron Samuels, the perfect senior boy for Katie and Regina to fight over. He's handsome and charming, and all the girls in the junior grades are obsessed with him. He may look perfect, but he's terrible at math. But he would confidently say the wrong answer, because no one ever said he was wrong. And when he's interested in a pretty girl, he'll just take the high road and wait for the girl to make the first move. He thinks girls should dress sexy for Halloween, but he doesn't say it outright. He'd just try to get them to compete with him with fake compliments and smiles. He really enjoys the girls' fascination and compliments, but he has to be modest. So how does he understate his status at school? The girl standing next to him must be the most popular in the school. But if you happen to be pretty and interested in him, that's fine. We can have a tutor one-on-one without Regina's knowing. His meanness is never on the surface, it's on the inside. He could accept that Regina had betrayed him, but he couldn't accept them calling him Regina's property, because it is a matter of a man's honor. So in his mind, the girls who vent their anger on Pink Book are stupid and living a boring life. But when a stupid girl be the queen, that's so cool. He'd be with her. Boys like him, in the shadows, are the most dangerous school buses for girls. If you're not paying attention, you'll get caught up in him and get lost. Then boom, eventually, under the guidance of men at home and at school. Boys are justifiably on the path of strength. They can express and fight in the light. Girls have to spend a lot of time trying to decide between beauty and strength. Even if they fight, they can only do it in the dark, because there can only be one queen. It's a problem that's always existed in society. It's the meaning that everyone has seen but never understood from the mean girls. Thanks for joining ZombiesCat on this cosmic. Abduct the subscribe button, hit the bell, and stay me out of this world. Until next time, keep those reels rolling. ZombiesCat signing off.